Yeah, he's very, very feisty. He wants to headbutt me, and I have to really watch because he headbutts hard. Oh! He follows me everywhere. Hey, Emma. Where'd you go? What are you doing? Eh? You're not going to let me walk? Eh? You're not going to let me walk? See, he's following me everywhere I go. Oh, man, he just got right in the thigh, right below the butt. Ay, that hurt. See how good this camera is going to work in here. I got all kinds of stuff, things in here for sale. Boat whistles, boat drain plugs, two-ton capacity come-alongs, all kinds of boat winches, all different sizes. This one here is a 3,500 pound one. We got 1,100 pound ones, 1,300 pound ones, 600 pound ones. That one there. We got these funnels. They're expensive, but they take out any water and any fuel. I got them in many different sizes. That's got the two filters in that one. Got these skyline winch ropes up there. I got pontoon electric anchor rope. I got the big blowers for the outdoor wood furnaces. I've got holding tank cleaners for black water and gray water in RVs. I have marine fire extinguishers. I have again more tank cleaner right there. Propane regulators coming out gazoo. I have Sierra oil filters for outboard motors. I have propane hoses. I have combination cable locks that come with a key. You can set your combination. I have electric trolling motors. Those two there are both transom mounts. I have a big bow mount one up in the other building. I have tons of hardware stuff such as air inflator gauges. What are you doing? Hey? I have 2-gallon gas cans. I have 1-gallon gas cans. They all have the vents on them. I have 5-gallon gas cans. Back there I got 5-gallon water cans. And I got yellow diesel fuel cans, 5-gallon right there. I have these keel guards, all for sale. I go on fiberglass in the bow of the boat. They're 6 feet long. Tons of cup holders for in your boats. Tons of them. Tons of internet stuff, freshwater hoses for your RV. I have the good fuel line, and for both above and below deck, that lasts 5/16, 3/8, 7/8 for the vents. I have portable toilets. I have the 5-gallon cruise-a-day tanks, several in there. I've also got the 2-gallon cruise-a-day tanks here someplace. Yes, 2-gallon ones right there, lots of them. I have these airhead floating tubes you pull behind a boat. I have this size of downrigger, several of them. I have about 100 of these ratchet straps, 2-inch wide ratchet straps. There's a diesel fuel can there. I have all kinds of these boat covers. They're the heavy duty ones that you do not need to take off to travel down the road. They're heavy duty, by TaylorMade. And these are all those winch straps in there. There's the smaller blowers for the outdoor furnaces. That's all fuel line. And these down here are the back lights for your boat. The mast type, like a pole you put on the back of your boat. You have tons of computer parts. Boxes full. This is more of those filters I showed you up there. I have stainless steel. Stainless steel. Stainless steel, not showing up very good. Saltwater barbecues for on boats. Big aluminum shovels. Trailer lights. And I have boat 6-inch round screw on, screw off hatches. Boat chairs right here. This is all electrical components. These are for the fuse, ATO fuses. It's a fuse panel. I have battery selector switches for your boats. All kinds of stuff for sale. Things like automatic bilge pump switches that you can put from automatic to manual. I have several 20-pound river anchors. I have other triangle-shaped plow anchor. I have triangle-shaped anchors that are anywhere from 6 pounds all the way up to 25 pounds. I have ready-made fuel hoses. I have sandpaper, emery cloth paper, every size, grit. I have twist or wire ties that are good for, they're called Arctic ties. They're good till like 45 below zero, and they're not affected by sunlight. I have my Romppai hats in pink for the ladies. I have them in white for the ladies and kids. Lots of pink ones with my logo on them. I have the orange hunting hats. And I have the blue hats with my logo on them. I would go in deeper, but I can't. It's too dark back in there. I need a light. Hey, what you doing? Hey? This cat followed me all the way in there and followed me all the way out. See, the grass is just starting to grow a little bit. But these calves have been keeping this part mowed down pretty good, as you can see them up there. They've been mowing down the shoulder. I had to put electric wire across the driveway there because they were going all the way out to the road. Why do you keep stepping on my shoes? So you can see it's been mowed right down short here because they've been up and down here every day. And you see how the pigs have got that garden all ripped up, just like I wanted them to do. Pigs wouldn't normally do that if they had a larger area, but I've been wanting them since last summer to tear that area all to hell. Get every root out of it possible, because like I said, my ex-wife let it go all to hell, and then she came in and when she sold my tractor, she must have came with a pile of people according to my video cameras, and she dug out every plant out of that garden that she possibly could. And she had to carry everything down to this gate that was locked. And that's when she stole my big heavy construction wheelbarrow, my big heavy duty this guy is still pushing me down the road. My big heavy duty two-wheel cart. A set of my oxyacetylene torches, and a brand new $1,800 commercial overhead man door operator. This is brand new. I bought to lift a 14x14 commercial door that I have down below still, but I had the man operator for opening and closing the door inside the old outhouse, and I had screwed the door shut with a half a dozen or more big screws. And she and her crew pried it open. See, I put this wire across the driveway here, and I put this pylon here so that nobody would run into it, because they were going all the way out to the road out there. They never went on the road, but I was worried that they would, or somebody would stop by and steal them like they did last year. Somebody stole her brother's calf when they were about that other guy's size that's around here, and the size of the one that I had to do emergency butcher on there in a snowstorm. And that could be why she's been so skittish ever since, because ever since that day that calf disappeared from the yard here, she was skittish. She's been skittish as hell. But you can see the bigger livestock have been eating the grass all through here and everywhere that they can possibly go. And these girls here and this guy here have been keeping this mowed down here. See, that guy over there is eating whatever grass they find every day. So I can't really tell how much it's been growing, because they've been up on this bank and in the bush eating. This guy wants to suck on my finger, so I'll let him suck so he's not pushing me all over the place. Hey, girl. Yeah, that calf there and that calf there are both Angus Holstein crosses, and I'm going to breed them, just like I'm going to breed that far one up there, Bessie. She'll be bred late this summer to calf late spring next year, because she'll be 2 years old. Yeah, she'll be 2 years old next spring. So I don't want my heifers calving any earlier than 2 years old. You ruin a good cow by calving them too young. Look at this guy here. She just lays down, and That's what they do. They just follow this road up and down. There's a big, that's a driveway up there, but I never put more gravel on it. And it's all gravel underneath, but the grass just grows on it. So there's no traffic on it, just like the shoulder here. I need to find somebody to come in with a grader and cut the sides down to get the water to drain off, because even though I put a foot of road gravel on here 2 years ago, and it's also got geotextile underneath it, it's packed down pretty tight, and these clay sides have been lifting every winter. But this is a loop driveway. But I have to wait till I get paid on the 28th. I can buy some more electric wire so I can put a laneway down there and get them into their pen down in the bush down here. So I don't have any wire. I had to scrounge up pieces to make up that road crossing wire. I think I've got a total of 6 quarter-mile spools of wire out on the property here. And that's just one wire. No, there's no place to wire, just one wire everywhere. I want to go right to my far property line next to the neighbor's house there, right out to the road, and get that all fenced off with them. Because there's another 10 acres there. That's not 10, they can't get to, and it's all been, that was all bulldozed out with a D8 and the stumps taken all out, and I seeded it all and everything, but the poplar have taken over in there. But there's tons of grass up in there. And I'm sure that the cattle would knock all that poplar over in order to get to the leaves and stuff, because they love poplar leaves. Yeah, I wanted this garden just totally plowed up. And where that boar is standing, that used to be up another 3 feet higher, and it was a 45-degree slope, and they pushed it. It used to end right here where she's standing, but they plowed it all the way down to here, which is good. That's exactly what I wanted. These rocks that are put in here were all put in by my ex-wife. I went and got them. They're river stone off of Lake Superior from the reserve. You pay the reserve people $20 for a half-ton load or a truckload, like a 3/4-ton load. But I went with my big trailer, a big one there, and that old snowplow truck. And they charged me $40 because I loaded that trailer up plus the back of that Ford out there when I used to have it on the road. Hey, Bessie. There's a lazy piggy. Hey, there's a lazy piggy. Yeah, so if you're interested in any of that stuff I showed you, and there's a lot more of it. I have fishing rods, all kinds of stuff in other places. It's all brand new stuff, never been used. Give me a shout, because we need the cash to buy more feed for these animals and more livestock. Because once these guys are slaughtered this summer, all we'll have left is this guy for butchering, and that's it, because the rest will be heifers. She's a heifer for breeding, and so I need to get stock. I don't know where the other steer is. I don't see him around anywhere. Actually, I haven't seen him today around anywhere. But he has this bad habit of going down there on the hydro line, or up there in the bush. I don't dare call him because all these guys will come running and bawling thinking I got grain for them. Yeah, it was, every night we're still below freezing, anywhere from 28 degrees to 32, 33 degrees at night. And this is, my pole fell down, got blown over in the wind last night that held up that cable up there, which is not being used anymore. It's my old internet cable. This is the new internet cable that comes from my tower. This guy's still following me around. I have some fifth wheel hitches. I have two 20,000 pound fifth wheel hitches for sale, and I have a 15,000 pound one for sale, and I have a couple of hitches for a 2012 2014 Ford half ton or 3/4 ton, brand new reef hitches from U-Haul. That's a heifer down there drinking out of that pond down there. Where that pond is there, where that white spot you see is there where I dug with the excavator, and I found under 6 feet of clay, I found clean white sand. And I was baling clean white sand out of there until it was undermining all the clay, and it caved in on me. But I got many, many tons of white sand out of it before it caved in. It was like a big cave underneath until the clay, 6 feet of clay, caved down on me. And then I needed a bigger excavator to clean all that clay out of there. And so now there's a big, I put water in the bottom, or I stuffed clay in the bottom to line the sand so that it would hold water like a little pond in there. I don't know where the other steer is. I hope he didn't get stolen, because that's the size of the steer that got stolen this time last year. And he's friendly like the one that got stolen was. At least those two heifers down there, they're skittish. You try to go close to them and they take off. I don't push them getting any closer than about 10-12 feet to them, because then they take off on me. Yes, I have to get this yanked out of the way and find some money to build a little 600 or 800 square foot shack to live in this winter, because I can't take living in the cold anymore. Yes, the courts gave my ex-wife everything I owned, including this property. And she got a court order to sell it for 90% less than its value. And anonymous offer came in at $20,000 when it was on the market for $95,000, and she accepted it. So I had to get a family member to counter offer at $22,000, and I have to pay them back, because I've got my whole life invested in this place. Pretty bad when you have to buy your property twice. I paid $22,000 for this when it was all bush. Nothing was here. When I was 18 years old, I paid $22,000 cash. And there was nothing here but solid bush. I put the well in, the hydro, Had the D8 in here twice to strip the stumps once it was cut, because it was all spruce budworm eaten. And we just saved whatever trees were good yet. And even the ones I saved here that are good, I had to take many feet of branches off the bottom that were spruce budworm eaten. And then I lost quite a few jack pine to the porcupines after it was cut. So I left all the nice jack pines. Except for the ones that the porcupines got. Okay guys, if you can help out, please see the donation links below. There's a PayPal pool one to help me build a little cabin this summer. And there's also a PayPal one to make donations to help feed people in need, to help raise these livestock and buy more livestock. Hopefully these two female pigs are pregnant by now. They've been with the boar since the 27th or 28th of March. I'm hoping they're pregnant, but we don't know yet. Okay, take care everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Here's one more thing I want to show you. These big piles of dirt, especially this great big one right here. They never used to be here, but the neighboring property to mine, that was the main road, hydro road, into here. And they used to go up that way, on that side of the hydro line. And he blocked it all off because people were coming in here hunting. And this is hydro right-of-way, crown land. But he thinks he owns it, and he doesn't. So I have a letter from hydro that I could put my livestock on the hydro line down as far as I want, as long as I leave a hand gate where they can get in. Well, there was a point where you couldn't even drive in here because these piles went right across. But after a few years, about 10 years, he opened up a little bit of a pathway here for their ATVs to get through. Now you get through here with a four-wheel drive truck, but it's rough going. And if it's at all wet, you'll slide sideways down the hill. Because you put it right on the edge of the hill here. This is all red clay. Look at the mounds, because he works on heavy equipment. He had big front end loaders at his place and big excavators and everything. And he brought this over bucket by bucket full, like a 12-yard bucket front end loader. I should have videotaped it the day he did it. See, there's the Strawberry Creek down there. And there's nothing wrong with people coming up here deer hunting, because this is crown land. We only own to our survey stakes at the edge of the hydro line. Nobody can own the Ontario hydro lines here. They're all right-of-ways, same as the pipelines. Nobody here can own them. And one day, if I can dig up that letter from hydro, okay, so that's like 37 years ago. I got that letter from them with the fencing and stuff. And they were supposed to get after him to clean up that mess of garbage back there back then. And it was nowhere near as big as it is now. I'm on Auto Road now. That's a Strawberry Creek down there. It's probably a good 130 feet down. Look at all the nice red clay here. It never washes because it's rock hard red clay. It never washes. The only reason why you see it like that is they've ditched it here. I don't know, I can't remember how many years ago it was they ditched it here. Quite a few years ago. What's this on the road? arm off a pair of sunglasses or something. There's the Strawberry Creek down there as I'm coming down the hill. It gets shallow, it gets a less drop off as I walk down the steep hill. And it's a steep hill. We were way up there. Kind of breezy out right now. The river wanders along the side of the road here, all the way down to where that bridge crosses the auto road that you guys have seen in other videos. See all the jack pine. Like he owns this property here up to the hydro line up there, but not the hydro line. I know you guys in the States own the hydro lines and stuff in property from what I've seen from videos, but whether how true it is, I don't know. It could be just people on here that think they own it, like this guy does. And if you look on any map, surveyor's map, anything that's in the little squares or dark orange or yellow is all crown land or crown land right away, like the hydro line and pipelines. So all one has to do is look at a map and they know exactly where the boundaries are of crown land, because each little tiny square is a quarter mile. But this is the guy here that figures he owns the hydro line. And everybody else around here knows differently. Yeah. Most traffic you see on this road is early in the morning, people going to work, and 6, 7 o'clock people coming home in the school buses in the morning and at night. See, he's got a big excavator up there. I don't know whose that is that he's been working on, but it's been there for 2 years now. I know it's not his. It's probably a customer that can't afford to pay for it. Let's have it fixed. It's been parked in the same place now for years. His wife died of cancer. Got a road pushed up in there now. I've never seen that before. Yeah, it's a funny story there. He used to live in an old rotten house, and his mother bought him that mobile home, our modular home, and bought herself one and put it on a piece of his property up here, and had hydro put in and road put in. And from what I understand from her, is he was supposed to pay her back for his mobile home, our modular home that she paid for, and never paid him 1 cent. Never paid her 1 cent. And a big family feud, and she left here, leaving her modular home on the land here. And I understand that some younger fellow has bought the modular home, but he has to move it off the property. But still, she went through it, and she only stayed here like 2 years. And it was, from what I understand from her, it was a big uproar, family feud, everything. You know, she spent a lot of money bringing hydro in off the road, because she had to bring high voltage in. I think two pole lengths in. And she couldn't do it herself, so she had to hire an electrician. So it probably cost her, just to bring the hydro into there, it probably cost her upwards of $10,000. This here used to be a couple living here, but they split up after a few years after they put this trailer home in here, which was good because it was full of garbage in here, and they cleaned it all up. And he brought in, oh, he didn't bring it in, but when they ditched the roads here, they dumped all the fill in there, and he brought the fill level up like 5 feet. Now, this is why I don't have a landline, because this computer box here takes the 27 lines that are available. I used to have party lines here when I bought this property many years ago. And this is a computer, and it takes that 27 lines and it divides it amongst, can't remember how many. But if you listen carefully, you can hear a fan running in there. It has to stay at a certain temperature in here at all times. And so what happens is, if all 27 lines are being used, the person that's been on the line the longest gets, if a phone call comes in or a phone call tries to go out, the person that's been on the line the longest out of the 27 gets booted off, and the next person call goes through. So you can't stay on the phone, you know. Very seldom you're able to stay on the phone, and if you're on hold for a doctor's appointment or something like that, you got kicked off before you even got taken off hold for the receptionist to answer the call. Okay, guys. Talk to you again soon. Yeah, that mother-in-law had this barn. She had this barn built for her horses, and that's her mobile home up, her modular home up there. But she hasn't been here now for several years. But the land belongs to her son-in-law. And I can't remember if it's his mother or if it was his deceased wife's mother. I can't remember. And she was only here for 2 or 3 years.